TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Tribe of Men. This is for all those husbands out there that thought their wives were like the perfect wives or thought there was nothing wrong with their relationships. Some of these secrets will blow your ass away. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Always at work. Statistically, you're not her first choice. Welcome
Hardly
to being
ever.
a man. Oh no, there's more. Oh, it just gets worse. All right, we're about to get into, here's the degeneracy. This one's gonna piss some people off. Wives are revealing the biggest secrets they kept from their spouses, and some of them are truly wild. Take a guess. Recently, we wrote up secrets that married men are keeping. We'll read that one next. From their significant others. So we asked married women in the BuzzFeed community. So let's get us some libbies. We got the BuzzFeed community. This is the
woke community.
Soy bug sandwich lovers right here to tell us that what they'll never reveal to their spouses. Start building up some storylines in your head, boys, and see if it can get worse than that. Here are some shocking, heartbreaking responses, guys. Here we go. Number 1. Years back, my husband and I were going through a rough patch. I started having an affair with a handsome man I met at work. Ah, the work husband. It was everything I'd been missing. Jesus. Passion, romance, and wild in the bedroom.
Damn.
Boy, oh boy. So your husband has no passion, he's not romantic, and he sucks in the bedroom. Why'd you marry the man then? Oh, you settled. She got herself a 10, a walking wallet to secure everything. You see, never be someone's second choice. Ever.
Never.
But I became pregnant a few months later. Oh, it just gets worse. I came to my senses and cut things off to focus on my marriage and the baby. To this day, I don't know if my child belongs to my husband or the man I had an affair with. Here we go.
We talking about this paternity fraud, man.
Oh, here we go.
Get pumped and dumped by the Chad. Find the fucking beta Bob to freaking take care of you right afterwards. That has no clue if it's his kid or not. That's so fucked up.
Here we go. Here we go. Only pain today. Only pain. Mandatory paternity test in the chat.
This is why there should be, yeah.
This is like how a guy gets red pilled. Oops, hello FBI. Sorry to be on the list again.
Hello, FBI.
Oh, Jesus. It gets worse. There's a little quip here. We've had another child since then. I live in fear of him finding out and breaking up our home. Our home. I have a fear of him finding out and breaking up our home. It's his
now it's
home.
our home.
And the life we built together.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Fucking shitty ass people, man.
She got pumped and dumped by a work Chad, got pregnant, didn't tell you, and she doesn't want you finding out to break up the home they've built together. Ah. Why would you do that, you heartless piece of shit?
Seriously.
You can't make this up. Number 2, I lived a double life with another partner for 6 years out of our 12-year marriage. Same city. Used a different name, 2 wardrobes, 2 sets of friends. I was exhausted. No kids, thank God. I was incredibly selfish. Neither of them know. I'm in therapy now.
Oh, everything's okay. I'm in therapy now, guys. Oh, everything's
okay. Oh, man. The West,
These
baby.
people are ruthless.
Morals in the chat, right?
I'm sure there's men just as bad, too.
This is number 3. Our first child was not an accident. I was ready. We had a great support network in my family and our friends. We owned our home. Both had stable careers. We've been together for 10 years. He kept saying it wasn't the right time. But I don't think he ever would have felt it was the right time. His mom was emotionally abusive and his dad was just thoughtless. Both told him regularly that their careers were more important than him. His own fear of being like them was holding him back. So I just decided to get off the pill and feign surprise when the test was positive. Shout outs to all the boys watching this, trusting their women, saying they're on the pill.
Yeah, stop doing that. Either pull out or freaking wrap up. Stop skeeting inside these women that are telling you that they're on birth control. You never know when that day that they come, that may come, that 1% becomes a baby. It happens more often than that 1% seems to want to, show.
Skeet, skeet. All up in there. You bozo. Keep it up.
Yeah, don't be
Until
doing that,
she
idiots.
accidentally has a positive test. You moron. This is one of
He's talking to you, men.
easiest ways that men get trapped right here. This is the perfect example right here. 9 out of 10 times, this is the method men get trapped under.
Yep, I agree with them.
She
Just
was on
totally
the pill.
believing the girl,
She got
thinking that
pregnant
they can't do
somehow.
anything wrong.
I don't know what happened, but I'm going to step it up and be a man. Life changed forever.
Yep.
Number 4. Oh, wait. Here's another quip. It's been 16 years and 2 more kids. Haha. He's a great dad, nothing like his own parents, who remain creepy grandparents. Sell it to yourself however you want, sis. Number 4. I had a torrid, full-blown love affair with a coworker.
Work
Always
again.
at work.
God dang.
Buddy. Do you see this? Work. If it's not a dating app, it's work. I had a torrid, full.
It's funny, like you can't even keep her at home because she's not gonna do anything, and then find ways to fucking find attention. You can't even let her go to work because she finds nothing but attention at work. It's just like, what the fuck are you supposed to do as a man to protect your woman here?
Blown love.
Lay down some good pipe and take care of your shit. That's how you keep the women.
Affair with a coworker. Neither of us were happy in our marriages at the time, but we brought out a passion in each other. Imagine hearing your wife that you got down on one knee talking about the passion she has for a coworker while you kiss her goodnight. I'm the luckiest man. I married a unicorn. She's not like everybody else. I'm so happy. Brought out a passion in each other neither of them had
His
with their
Cartman voice.
spouses. Our affair ended after 2 years, not 2 hookups.
God
2
dang.
years. Happy birthday, baby. I love you. 2 years of that. But we still remained friends. Oh, this is great.
It's even worse.
We both stayed married and even became parents. Oh my God. Our kids are the same age and we all hang out together. What? Neither of our spouses knows the truth. Though I'm sure they had their suspicions over the years.
Dude, the guilt and everything must be eating these people alive. Like, I would not be able to live with myself. Like, being like this. Like, people are fucking crazy.
Oh my God. What the heck? Great. This is great. Oh, yes. I've heard this one before. When I was in the hookup phase of my life. I honestly think my affair helped my marriage in so many ways.
Oh
I appreciate my husband so much more. I don't think we would have had our amazing child if I hadn't had the experience of Chad pumping me.
Emotion. These thought processes of women. I was so happy I cheated. It made me learn that I loved him so much, and like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Oh hell no!
You can't make this up, man. You really can't.
Nope.
I heard that line. Listen, me and my brother had the funniest saying when we were out hooking up, because girls would in the morning put their ring on and say, "Don't call me," or shit like that. So, in the morning, we'd go in the kitchen, we're roommates, and then we just talk about the escapades. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, so she was married, by the way, didn't tell me." All right, cool. And then we talk about why women do that stuff, why be in a relationship or getting married, or see them married in like a month or two to their guy after just hooking up with us and stuff, right? So the theory is, or at least what we were saying, is that we were the relationship fixers. They came to us like after we pumped them and dumped them like animals. So had an animalistic session, bending them up like pretzels, having the time of their life. We would send them back to their men unknowingly. And then they would be all lovey-dovey on Instagram, lovey-dovey, man, he just proposed to me, while she was doing the nastiest stuff a few months ago. Yeah. And what we've noticed is that the pretext of meeting most of these women was for hookup on the guy side, but they had they had the branch out ready to try to swing, you just cut it off.
This makes sense.
So if you would have committed to this woman and say, hey, I really like you, I think we should have a relationship, she would have jumped ship from her old one.
Yep.
But because you treated her like a streetwalker, send her packing on her way, probably acted like an asshole, didn't call her back, didn't care. Obviously, she has a whole man. You're not trying to deal with all that BS, so you just kick him to the curb, because what she'll do to him, she'll do to you. So you know she's garbage from the get-go once you find that out. So once you axe them completely like that, they run for cover to the security of their old relationship. And you, little good boy Ted, are now on the receiving end of a woman that's probably treating you like 10 out of 10 from the guilt. Loving you, appreciating you. If you're in a long-term relationship and your woman randomly starts appreciating the shit out of you, like, oh my God, you know what?
This is true.
I've been thinking recently, you're just
So
God, I'm so
awesome.
lucky to have you. And I want us to spend the rest of our lives together. I love you so much. Wakes up, cooks you randomly. She never does that shit. Starts rubbing your shoulders randomly. All this crazy stuff, just all out of character. That's your ass, boy. You're getting set up. Oh, it's beautiful. Then you, the bozo Ted, is gonna be like, wow, she appreciates me so much. I got a back rub the other day. And she even cooked me lunch. This is the one. She never did that before. I think I need to marry this girl.
Yep. This is what happens with a lot of men.
I think quite a bit of relationships start off like that. Or I should say get into the marriage state that way. I've seen too many. I may have tunnel vision, maybe because I was that guy on the other side. And maybe there's a certain kind of woman that engages in this. But dude, it's been too many friends from too many different cities from all walks of life and ages that repeat the same thing and have the same experiences. Every successful, quote, high value man I've ever talked to has always experienced stuff like this in all sorts of cities from all sorts of income ranges, everywhere. Statistically, you're not her first choice. It's probably true. More now than ever in history. Just the access they have to the kinds of men they have. You just can't compete. And being a woman and having that availability, it's very easy to step out of a relationship on demand whenever you want at a bar. If you want to live a super reckless lifestyle as a woman, you could go get pumped and dumped daily
Diseases
at a bar
everywhere,
and
though.
just pick the hottest guy you want and then go for the night, tell him don't call me again, and be done with it and return to your normal life. I was out with Becky. I was working late at the office. Blah, 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 blah. It's crazy, dude. Vetting a woman is, I can't even begin to explain how important it is to learn how to.
Even in the Philippines or even in like third world countries or whatever it is, you still gotta vet the women, man. The vetting process is the most important process out of everything. Doesn't matter where you're at, who it is, what they are. Vet them.
Vet properly. Most men don't know how to vet. Most men think they vet a woman correctly. I'm telling you, you guys end up in these relationships. Number 5, about 4 years ago, our neighbor, who's a beautiful man.
Jesus.
Bro, even the neighbor, Chad neighbor. Hello, FBI. About 4 years ago, our neighbor, who's a beautiful man, started looking at me a certain way. That's all it. Oh,
look
my
at them
Lord,
a certain
dude.
way.
Can you believe this? If you're a beautiful man and just looking at her a certain way, imagine getting up at 6 a.m. in your driveway, walking to your car, you see the neighbor's wife, you're Chad.
What's up?
You nod your head, smile, a little wink, and then you're on your way. Planted the seed. Don't even have to say or do anything else. And let her brain concoct the ultimate story about why you should be pumping and dumping her. You're the perfect man, baby.
Yep.
Let them create the perfect version of you. Here we go. So once Chad looks at your woman one time in a certain way, she goes on to excuse her behavior by saying, I don't have much self-confidence and I don't feel very sexy. By the way, this is, I think, a married woman. These are all married women. Imagine excusing yourself, right? Accountability is like kryptonite. I don't have much self-confidence. Imagine if a guy said this in a marriage. I'm so low. I have no confidence. Babe, I can't stop sleeping with hoes. I don't know what to do with myself. It's just like
They're just all over
they
me.
fell on me. I can't say no. It's just I feel like such a small man. All these girls want me, and I don't know what to do. There's too many hoes. I don't have the strength, baby. I'm sorry. Something's wrong with me. Imagine, dude. Imagine you hit your wife with that excuse. Just imagine that. I just still have the power, babe. It's my self-confidence. I don't believe in myself. There's just so many hoes. I can't.
They give me so much
I need
attention.
Don't feel very sexy. So it took me a while to realize he was attracted to me. Anyway, one day after a bunch of our neighbors got together.
Neighborhood party, huh?
The neighborhood grill outing. My husband went home and passed out cold. I ended up in my neighbor's garage doing anything and everything. Oh my God, to each other. What?
Jeez.
It was amazing. Amazing capitals. You see how Ted's at home knocked out while Chad, Mr. One Look, hot neighbor, amazes her in bed in his garage, bent
In
over
every
his
way
toolboxes,
possible.
over his Corvette, all over the place. Your wife screaming in ways you've never heard before. But you know, she's gonna tell you I love you for your birthday and that you're the best man that she's ever gotten. Oh my God, there's so many of these. We're on number 6 now. How many of these are there? Oh my God, dude, we got content for days. I'm gonna have to break this apart in multiple videos. What other scenarios? Oh, wait, we have to read the quips at the bottom. So, Miss Garage Queen over here, I still meet up with him once every couple or months or so. I can't stop. Here we go.
This is when you have a fucking whirlwind pipe, man. Like, when you can lay that pipe down and give these women the passion they're looking for, my God, you have them by the freaking neck.
Not a one-time deal, baby. And I've had these hookups before as well, whether they were in a relationship. Most of them were in a relationship, actually. They were probably in multiple relationships. Like, they met a guy, they've been dating him for like 3 months, they're testing him out, still come see me. Or been in a year or two relationship, bored, comes to test me out and see if I'm willing to commit. Nope, still pumping and dumping. This guy's emotionally unavailable, goes back to their relationship. Or you got the married chicks that are like, I already got the ring, dude's legally bounded to me, he can't do shit anyways, I'm getting pumped and dumped, period. Hello. Number 6. After my husband told me that he cheated on me, I slept with 3 of his friends.
Fucking
Oh,
bitch.
Jesus Christ. Shh. Had to. Well, he cheated first.
Yeah, I agree
But
with
she
that.
went nuclear and
Yeah, seriously.
smashed 3 of his friends, which if your friends smash your wife, they're not your friends.
Fuck no,
So
they're
this
not.
is another self-admitted beta Bob who doesn't even have respect from his own friends. Holy crap. And then it says, I'll never tell my husband because he still feels guilty. And divorcing at this time will negatively impact me. Our marriage has been over.
Sounds
since
like
he
she's
told
the
me.
breadwinner.
But I need for our youngest to graduate so that I'm not financially ruined. So is she making all the money and he's a stay-at-home dad?
It's funny how she doesn't want to
Interesting how
divorce.
she
because
doesn't want to
doesn't
end
want
it because
right?
she doesn't want to pay child support to the stay-at-home beta Bob. Haha, welcome to being a man.
Seriously?
Number 7. Oh, these are great. Once a year I sleep with my husband's brother. What? Oh my God. Who is also married.
They planned this out like
during a
every year or
business trip.
something?
What the?
What the hell is even that?
What is
Jesus
happening?
Christ.
Number 8. I racked up 50 grand in credit card debt and took out loans to pay it off. I will never tell my husband.
This is like the least bad
Okay.
one.
9. During my junior year of college, my now husband and I were on a break.
Oh, God, these breaks.
beautiful.
Sounds like she got destroyed.
I love the breaks. If you've ever been in a relationship and you took a break,
You're fucked. It's a trap.
yeah, this is you right here. You ready? During my junior year of college, my now husband and I were on a break.
Oh my
We'd been
God.
dating since high school, but called off our official relationship. You honestly couldn't tell we were not an item because we talked all the time, hung out, and constantly had sleepovers. Oh, but he
Well, you
wasn't
never
even
fucking
getting
slept
any.
with her? What the
Guess whose
fuck,
idea was to go on
man?
break? But a guy in my major started paying attention to me. It had been a while since I felt pursued like that. I ended up sleeping with this guy one time and it was the best sex I have ever had. I married my husband after we did a lot of growing up. His mom would not give her blessing until we both turned 25, and we didn't get married until we were 27. I never told him about the guy I hooked up with. Of course you did it. Since we're not officially dating, it's none of your business what I did when we were on break. My husband is literally the best husband, the best father, the best friend I ever had. But I can't tell him. I got pumped and dumped. And we have an amazing sex life, but nothing in our bedroom compares to the one night stand I had in college.
Tell you, man, that you gotta be Super Mario Brothers, fucking laying down that pipe.
God.
What the hell is even that?
Let the burn roll through you.
Perfect.
Number 10. I've cheated on my spouse several times and I don't regret it.
Okay.
I've been asking for a divorce for a long time and they refuse. Insert shrug here. Wow. Just literally does not give a shit about this
Seriously.
person. If they knew about my affairs, it might actually work the next time I ask. But now I'm so exhausted from dealing with my partner that I don't have energy to fight through a divorce. What? My longest affair was about 5 years and only ended because the person I was cheating with moved. 10 out of 10 would do it again.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Wow.
No fucking shame, no regret, or
God,
no
dating in
remorse.
the West. Number 11. That I settled for him so my daughter. Oh,
single mother.
Single mommies. I settled for him so my daughter, who was 2 at the time, could have a safe and steady upbringing. Yeah.
This is what we talk about, man. Not that single mothers are just horrible people, just the circumstances that they're in. And the circumstances they want to bring you in is most of the time this circumstance here.
Dude, you're a wallet. You see? Yeah. It took a long time to fall in love with him. Gross. And even today, I know he's not my soulmate. Gross. You got used to raise her daughter.
Pretty much.
Beta bucks. Chat, type beta bucks everywhere, please. Oh, don't you just love these? Let me make this even bigger. Love it. Absolutely. Fantastic. Says we work great together and bring out the positives in each other. It's been 13 years, little beta Bob. And I'm not going anywhere, but I feel the pangs of guilt sometimes. Gross.
Seriously.
12. I'm still in love with someone else. No matter how much I try to be a good wife, I still think about my...
Why we don't like women that are pumped and dumped. That's gone through so many men, because they will end up like this, having one man that no other man can satisfy them. You're just another, tag where the Super Mario brother already came through and like piped her down.
My ex. Ooh. Nothing my wife does will ever make me feel like she did.
Oh, she's a lesbian.
Oh, this is a... Wow. Oh, this is Scissor Sisters, eh? Okay. My ex and I broke up and I got married because I wanted to settle down. Can't get her out of my mind. We don't care about Scissor Sister problems. Okay. Even women on women ain't safe, eh? After the birth of our first child, our sex life kinda died. He just has no more interest in doing it, only when he is horny. A couple of times a year? Sis, your man has a side piece.
That is true.
Okay.
There's no way.
What?
2-3 times a year?
My sex drive is pretty high. Over the years, I try to discuss the emptiness. Did she get fat? Did she gain weight? Discuss the emptiness of sexless marriage with him, but he said he's fine with the situation. Yeah, he's smashing his work wife, Stacy.
Yeah,
After
I can
9
agree
years
with
of
him.
almost no sex and feeling more and more miserable, he's definitely getting his on the side. I told myself he's in the closet. I told myself I am way too nice of a person to withhold sex, to be without sex, and made the decision to not be monogamous anymore. I honestly can't even blame her on this one.
I blame
Are you
the
kidding
man.
me? 9 years without
Lay
getting
down
laid
the
in
pipe
your own
for your wife,
relationship?
bitches.
Get out of
Ah.
here. I need the Skeletor soundboard where he's laughing. Somebody send that in an email, please. 14. I didn't realize I was bisexual until I was married to my husband for 5 years. We had a rough patch when I was stressed out with my
Doesn't make
PhD
sense to me.
and we're struggling financially. I got really close with a female friend. By the time I recognized my feelings, I was very much in love with her. I even confessed my feelings to her. I decided to work on my marriage and told my husband that I realized I was bi, but I never told him there was a specific real life person who made me realize it. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You think randomly she just comes home and goes, I think I'm bi.
Yeah.
And it was just thinking. She wasn't influenced by anyone. Man, there's so many Teds out there. It's wild, eh? How many bug sandwich males are among us right now?
A lot.
15. The truth is I don't love or even like my husband. What is happening?
Bruh.
What? We had a whirlwind relationship and purchased our home within the first 2 years of us dating.
God damn.
Okay, dude. Make it make sense. 7 years in, I found out that he's selfish, dirty, and lazy. I want to leave so badly, but all the savings are in this house, which is now my prison. 16. I've been cheating on my husband with one of his friends, also married, since before we got married.
What?
Dude.
Fucking
You
what?
can't be serious.
So.
It's now been over 17 years we regularly see this other couple, and it would completely ruin two whole families in our entire friend group.
Because you guys are
If the
degenerates?
truth ever came out. Being home during the demic made our visits less frequent. Now we've continued making plans to meet up every few months. It's just sex. Just sex.
Just
Don't worry
sex.
about it.
Just
That's your
sex.
wife. She's just getting pumped. It doesn't matter. It's just sex. Bro. Get over it. Do you have toxic masculinity? Are you just insecure? My husband is not great at saving. He thinks if there's some extra after a paycheck, putting it toward wants and experiences works fine. He definitely keeps us spontaneous and enjoying the moments of life. But I have my own small business, and instead of putting it toward our joint account each month, I take a small amount from each paycheck and put it in a savings account that he doesn't know about.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
That's cute. That's
okay.
like
That's
the
yeah,
most
that's the least-
wholesome one
least
you're gonna find.
horrible
in this list,
one.
probably. That's not saying.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Hiding some of your own paycheck.
I could
yeah,
never
that's
tell
what
my husband that sex with him is so boring.
Oof.
I totally miss the absolute sexual chemistry I had with my ex. You see what I mean? I keep telling you guys, the devil D, laying pipe like an absolute savage. There is no getting around this.
There isn't.
Every single example we get is a guy that piped up your wife correctly.
Correct.
You cannot negotiate this. I don't care what anybody tells you. There's so much fragile male egos in the chat when I talk about that you have to lay pipe
You
if you
do.
want to be able to keep your woman.
No woman just wants to lay there and have you just pump a little bit and then be done. No, they want to have a fucking good time. They want to fucking be stretched around, fucking pull their arms behind their back, fucking legs up, fucking pounding away like a fucking madman. And fucking making them feel the way they've never felt with other men. When you can lay down good pipe, my God, these women, they're like in love with you. When I date women and I have sex with them, as soon as we have sex, they constantly hit me up. They even tell me that sex with me is so much different than any other man they've ever had sex with. It is crazy important to be able to be laying down solid, good pipe. It is crazy important.
She has to be sexually satisfied by extension. Period. But while sex is incredibly dull with my husband, he's a good man who loves me, and he's such a great dad. It would break his heart if I told him how I feel about our sex
Beta
life.
Bob.
So,
Because I don't really
how
like
many
use
more
those
years
terms,
until she
but
breaks when a Chad looks at her in the driveway and then gets bent over all his toolboxes in the garage? 19. I cheated on my husband a year before we got married with my high school sweetheart, who I hadn't seen in 12 years. Oh, Chad from the past.
God.
Blast from the past.
He's double D, man. That D was so good. 12 years later, she was like, fuck, I need this D.
I was on the verge of breaking up with my husband, and he knew it. After I cheated, I realized how much I love my husband and only wanted him. I'll never ever tell him what I did, and I'll take that secret to my grave. Isn't this the type of thing I told you about earlier? Do you see what I mean? I've been this guy. Not high school swear, whatever. Just chat off Tinder. The hookup from the club. The guy I met at the bar. I've been this guy. This shit is super common. I told you. Here's one. Here is one. And of course she never told. And that repaired her right on Dr. Fix It over here. Let me fix hoes. I sent them off from the streets into your arms and you got married. Ugh, what a turd.
One-way piping.
You, man. I tell you, streets are vicious. What you seen, what I seen, changes a man. You get scarred for life, boy. For the streets, what does that say? For the streets she came, to the streets she shall return. 20. I got pregnant shortly after we started dating and had an abortion without telling him. Oh, Jesus.
Bruh.
I always knew I didn't want kids, and he came from a very anti-abortion background. I was afraid I'd let myself be talked into keeping it, not to mention the relationship was only a few months old. And I had no idea if this was the guy I'd want in my life forever. So when the birth control failed, it was the only option. We've been married 15 years. I'll never tell him.
This one's not as bad, but
my husband had an affair a few years back. That really broke me. We have done a lot of counseling together separately, but I know I'm only with him because we have young children and can't afford to buy him out of the house.
That's him.
Okay?
That's on
22,
him.
that he's a terrible kisser, amazing lover, but kissing is not good. If he knew it, it would hurt him so much. So I'll take this secret to the grave.
That's whatever.
Yeah, you got to put some very, that's a can't kind of numbers in here because the rest of this shit, if men didn't see this one and they just saw all the negative ones, oh boy, this is great content. This is why you should get married in the West. Yeah, a little tame one here and there just to give out hope for Ted's seeing this and being scared away.
Right.
23, despite all efforts, my husband is just not very fulfilling for me in bed. Here we go, alpha widowed. If she's not shaking like a full-blown seizure, okay?
If there's not
If she's,
fucking wetness
slurring
everywhere.
her words, if you're not getting her to do all that, you're done for. If she's ever experienced that before you and you can't replicate it, you are done for. You better get the towels, buddy. If you know what
Always have towels
used.
ready, man.
If you don't automatically grab towels when you have a girl over and put them on the side of your bed, you're f***ing up. I'm gonna give you some free game right there. You ain't the one.
Bo's
That ain't
game.
you. I'm not sleeping on the wet side.
Hell no.
Period.
That is like my biggest pet peeve is sleeping on the wet side. That's why the towels are there. Like, you know, I always do I do the things on their side and then I'll sleep on my side. And they're like, why do I sleep on the wet side? I didn't make the mess. That's what it is. Well, I mean, I made the mess, but you made the mess.
Triggering some PTSD in people right now. Oh, wait. Here we go. He has severe anxiety and I don't know how to talk to him about it, so I just don't. Instead, I just never initiate sex. I'd rather sleep than have boring vanilla sex.
You guys hear that? Women rather sleep than have boring vanilla sex. From this statement here, that's possible why a good chunk of married men are sexless. Not saying that all of them, but this might be a good reason why married men are sexless. It's not because the woman is a bad woman. It's because you suck in bed. She doesn't feel shit. So she doesn't even want to go through the motions with you anymore. Handle your shit.
Jesus. Someone in the chat said you just gotta clean your sheets and change them. Bro, I had like 5 different pairs. I'm not.
Dude, it soaks through the bed, motherfuckers. Like, there's no sheets that are gonna fucking protect. Well, you get those waterproof sheets, but those shits make you sweat. That shit makes me sweat like crazy because it's like a plastic fucking sheet over your bed. So,
Not doing them that often. If you got a girl coming every night or multiple times a day, I don't live in my god washing machine. Get the towels. It even got so lazy,
I'm just happy we have a washing machine in the house, so I don't have to fucking go out and fucking wash my shit.
I started going over their place because I'm not washing all this shit. Your mess, you clean it up.
I mostly bring him to my place. I just kind of hate being in other people's places. It feels awkward to me. Just a personal feeling.
Yeah, there's levels to this shit, boys. There's levels. 24. That I might actually wanted to have kids if my husband wouldn't have been the father.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
jeez, man. And finally, I cheated on him with my... Did I just read this right? Someone had to clarify he's talking about shower towels, not hand towels. You guys, I'm so disappointed. Wow. Levels. There's levels to this. Just learn. Just learn from what I'm telling you, please.
Just absorb
Don't
it,
end
man.
up being the
Absorb it.
statistic at 50, telling us about how you're trying to rebuild your life. 25. And finally, I cheated on him with my coworkers, another work one, who became really close friend to me. God, my work husband. Watch out for those. We spent the night together a few times. We say I love you to each other. That's a fool. This is not even like straight lust. I'm cheating because I'm an animal.
Love you to each other.
Stupid ape that can't control myself. We say I love you to each other, and he considers me his girlfriend until he can find someone else to give him the committed relationship he wants.
Dude! I don't want to say anything, but
Your chick is voluntarily getting pumped and dumped, gladly giving it up, loving the work husband until he finds himself a real woman to marry.
what the fuck?
Oh, wow. And you're the one that said I do.
Right?
Oh, and I love the cope. I love the cope. I love my husband more than anything, and I can't live without him. Deep down, I know he wouldn't leave me if he
So he's a
found
beta.
out that this is more than a friend. So, we got a simp.
Pretty much.
Okay. I sometimes regret, not all the time,
Sometimes.
regret getting involved with another man and
Sometimes,
feel
you know.
guilty.
Here and
But
there.
for the same time being. Oh, but for the time being, I have a husband and a boyfriend.
What the hell?
Love. Women in love.
She was a hoe. For show.
Oh, of course, the quip says, I don't see that changing anytime soon, since they both make me happy, and I have a loving, healthy relationship with both of them. God,
Into me, whatever.
it is what it is. Do you have any secrets you would never tell your significant other? Please share the comments below. Oh no, there's more. My wife and I have been together 43 years, married 41. There's no perfect marriage. It's normal to disagree and even argue. The important aspects of having a loving relationship is how the two learn and grow from disagreements, not to let the issue become more than it is. My wife is my lover. Oh, I thought that said my wife's lover. My wife is my lover, best friend, confident partner. People who get married in recent years seem to split early on. In my opinion, I believe they aren't.
That was some probably rough chow for most of us men. I'm sure most of us have experienced some scenario on that list there. Even myself have experienced some of that, so hope everybody gets how important it is to be able to lay down good pipe. This is why you need to work out, you need to build up your testosterone, you need to build up your endurance. Like, working out gives you a little bit of all of this. This is why we always focus on working out, If you guys can take it as it is, you guys don't believe me, it is what it is. If you don't believe Bo, but he's not wrong. I'm not wrong. You have to be able to lay down good pipe. You have to get practice in. Again, work out, get endurance, build up your testosterone. Fucking wreck those pussies. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys later.